Oh, we're live. Boom.
And you left.
I'm gone.
It's just me.
Just doing some adjustments.
So it's just going to be Johnny live. Today. That's it.
No, I tricked you. I'm back. It's Dave and Johnny live. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Everybody have a good Christmas. Big Johnny?
It was good.
Yeah, we were talking about it before the show. Big Johnny had a good Christmas. Sorry we're late. Holiday season, everything gets slowed down. But we're on. I mean, how many other new shows happen? Live new shows happen during the holiday season. Not too many. But Dave and Johnny live, Wrestling Uncensored, Ringside Report Radio. We take no breaks. We're on during the holidays. Ringside Report Radio is going to be live tonight in studio. I'll be with AJ. I'll be with Freddie. Looking forward to the show live tonight on TSN. Johnny and I will be on TSN 690 tomorrow night with Wrestling Uncensored. We're taking no breaks during the holidays, people.
So it's the last episode of the year.
This is the last episode of the year, and we'll probably give out our, Wrestler of the Year and so on the final episode of Wrestling Uncensored. Wrestler of the Year, Match of the Year, Pay-Per-View of the Year.
Tag Team of the Year.
Ooh, Tag Team of the Year. Now, are we saying WWE or all of pro wrestling? Because if it's all of pro wrestling, very few of these people will come from WWE, I think.
I think it should be what we cover. Is WWE.
On Wrestling Uncensored, it should be WWE. How about the rest of the world, though? You know what I mean?
Well, I'll admit, I think Okada versus Omega, that may have been the best match I saw this year.
Yeah, that was Match of the Year by far.
So
I would say Kenny Omega was the Wrestler of the Year. I'd say Okada Omega was the Match of the Year. I'd say the Young Bucks would be the Tag Team of the Year. And the Pay-Per-View of the Year, for me, would probably be Dominion from New Japan. I think it was in June. It's tremendous.
I thought Money in the Bank was pretty good. I thought TLC was very good.
Yeah, TLC was good. It was one of the better shows of 2018 for WWE, right?
WrestleMania was good. Not maybe top to bottom, but I think without question, Ronda Rousey's debut match, that's one of the biggest matches, I think, this past year.
The fact that Ronda Rousey is a full-time wrestler should be one of the biggest stories of 2018, right?
It is.
Ronda Rousey wrestles for the WWE on a consistent basis. She was just on Raw.
Just on Raw, defending the championship. She was at Tribute to the Troops. She does everything.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And that's really happened in 2018. It's been the year of Ronda Rousey, the year of women's wrestling really officially taking over the WWE. I don't think there's been a division more compelling in 2018 than the women's division in the WWE. Right? I mean, you look at the people in the women's division and how they're pushed. They're pushed properly in the women's division. You have the best really showcased on a consistent basis. Asuka's the champion. Becky Lynch, her emergence this year. Charlotte Flair, I think getting better in 2018. Of course, Ronda Rousey on Raw, just running that show. It's been the year that women have taken over the WWE more than ever. The evolution is complete. It's the most compelling division in their whole company, by far.
Well, I don't know by far. I mean, AJ Styles is still, in my opinion, the most must-see guy on TV. His matches, those are the matches I look forward to the most. I think Ronda's done it amazing. I think Ronda is easily the Rookie of the Year.
Who stole the show at TLC?
The wrestling match, AJ had the best wrestling match.
With Bryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they may have been one of the best wrestling matches of the year.
And think about that story. This year, 2018, Daniel Bryan came back.
Yeah.
And became WWE champion. And turned heel.
It's crazy.
Think about that. In 1 year's time, we thought that this guy was never coming back. He's now back in the company, and he has managed to make himself a solid heel that people are booing. And he's WWE champion, where he should be. He started the year inactive, people thinking in January he was never going to wrestle again. He comes back, wrestles at WrestleMania back in April, and since then, in one calendar year, gone from retired, never wrestling again, to finishing the year on top, WWE champion, where he should be. It's beautiful. I mean, I said Ronda Rousey being a full-time wrestler is the story of the year, but think about Daniel Bryan.
It was kind of rocky, though, with Daniel Bryan a bit. The big Cass feud, it really seemed like he took a nosedive there a bit. And to be fair, like the Brie Bella stuff, I thought he was taking another nosedive there as well.
And the Kane stuff, too.
It was nice. It just, the payoff was terrible because he got pinned, too, in the end of that.
Yeah.
It looked like it was actually going really bad for him. Where Ronda, it seemed like Ronda was smooth sailing pretty much almost all the way through. Promos was probably the weak point, but matches were pretty good.
And you look at Daniel Bryan's promos, they have been tremendous. Tremendous.
Except with Brie Bella. Those ones were bad.
I'm saying the new Daniel Bryan.
It's refreshing to see what he is now. It's shocking. It's everything right now. And to see him like feud with Mustafa Ali now, like have him feud with new talent like this, it's just a different direction for the WWE Championship. To put cruiserweights now as a focus again on SmackDown, I think that's a great move by WWE because it shows there's some great talent that they haven't even showcased.
Mustafa Ali is the one guy that's moved up from 205 Live. They are showcasing him, but like, is he still considered a cruiserweight? As far as I'm concerned, he's part of the main roster. He's just another main roster guy. He beat Andrade Cien Almas on SmackDown this week.
Well, it goes to show, like, you can go from 205 and actually make it to Raw and SmackDown. Remember that was the problem with Neville where he was kind of stuck there, and that's why he left, because he didn't want to be stuck there? And he was stuck there. But now they're finally changing things. And maybe a lot of that is because of Daniel Bryan.
Mustafa Ali gives guys hope, right?
He does.
Gives guys on that 205 Live brand hope that maybe one day I could move up and feud with Daniel Bryan or something like that, right?
There's a lot of talented individuals out there that should get a chance and shouldn't just be stuck on 205.
That's it. So it's good. He's giving people hope. Antoinette saying she doesn't like the heel Daniel Bryan. She's happy for him, but she hates that he's a heel. And that's okay. I'm sure a lot of people are like mad at Daniel Bryan now. I happen to think his gimmick is brilliant. And I agree with a lot of the things that the new Daniel Bryan's saying. Does that make me a heel as well?
Yes, it does.
Does it?
100%.
Because I care about the planet Earth, I'm a heel? Boo. Is that the world that we live in now?
Terrible. Bad person.
I'm a bad person because, yeah, recycling's bad. It's great. I should unearth that Daniel Bryan interviews from a few years ago when we talked about how he managed to get people to boo recycling. And we had a good laugh about that. They booed him because he recycled. He's like, I'm a good person. Not like you people. I recycle. I care about the planet. Boo! Boo recycling, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heel.
And I was laughing with him because it's just such a funny concept. And he's continuing that gimmick now. And it's just such a funny concept to me that, you know, wanting the planet to survive and not destroy, you know, believing in climate change. It's become like a heel tactic for Daniel Bryan right now in 2018. It's a strange world.
Well, he's got the best catchphrase right now, I think. I mean, helps that it's the end of the year kind of thing, so it feels like it's new. It is.
Yeah, he's tremendous. And I wanted to buy a new Daniel Bryan t-shirt, but then I remembered the words of Daniel Bryan, you know, don't buy those shirts because it's just crap that it's being, you know, produced and it's just waste. And I thought about it and it made me not buy a t-shirt. So I don't know how WWE feels about that, but he made me think. I was like, oh, I like the new Daniel Bryan t-shirt. You know, I love Daniel Bryan. I should get his new shirt, you know, support Daniel Bryan. And then I was like, wait a second. Daniel Bryan says don't buy the shirt. I think by not buying the shirt, you're supporting Daniel Bryan more because you're supporting the cause. So I didn't buy the shirt.
Interesting.
I mean, think about how the WWE must feel hearing that. Not too happy, which is part of why I like his gimmick.
They better make a shirt that's up to his standards then.
Antoinette says that Daniel Bryan's shirt sales are down. Apparently, according to WWE, his shirt sales are down. I was looking at the WWE shop merch recently, and I wasn't that impressed with a lot of the stuff.
I'm never impressed with the shirts. The shirts are always usually bad.
They used to have nicer stuff, but the newer stuff that they're putting out, I don't know who's designing it right now, but it's pretty weak. They need better designers. It's not looking good. The shirts aren't cool right now.
I find a lot of the shirts are tacky. Why would a lot of people wear these T-shirts?
It's Andre the Giant.
Yeah, but that's old school though. That's different.
It's a WWE shirt. They don't sell it anymore. Andre the Giant, though. Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't make wrestling shirts like that anymore, where they put the wrestler on it. It's usually some crappy design that they make and the name.
Yeah, they have some shirts with the wrestler on it. I was looking at the shirts. They have that Razor Ramon shirt, the old Razor Ramon shirt,
Yeah, that's
the yellow
classic,
one.
though.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's cool. They have Rated R Superstar shirts. I was like, ooh, Rated R Superstar. Edge.
That's surprising that they still sell that.
It's like, they bring them back. Like, you can still buy, like, a Have a Nice Day shirt or a Dude Love shirt type of thing,
Well, the NWO, it seems like it'll never die.
NWO will never die. But I think Terry, Nash, and Hall, or maybe just Terry and Kevin Nash, get a piece of those sales. Like, they own, I think, NWO. Like, there's some sort of deal there where, like, they own that logo.
The trademark, yeah.
So, like, they get a really big chunk from those shirts selling.
Oh, they're good businessmen. I'm not surprised.
They're smart guys. Door says WWE should bring Leonardo DiCaprio to do a segment with Daniel Bryan. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know why. Maybe because he likes the environment too.
Okay.
He's an environmentalist, perhaps. I'm not sure. Antoinette says she got the Eddie Guerrero shirt a week ago. The Viva La Raza shirt, or I'm Your Papi shirt. Antoinette, are you walking around with a shirt that says I'm Your Papi on it?
That was a great T-shirt.
It was good. I'm your papi. Hey, Dominic, who's your papi? Tremendous angle. Where's Vicky?
Yeah, that was really rough. That was a great moment, but man, that's something I'd ask Rey Mysterio about. Like, what was that like when he's calling Vicky like a mother effer?
Oh, I've heard Ray talk about it. Eddie was pissed because tell the story. They were having a ladder match, and
Vicky's supposed to push Eddie off the ladder.
Vicky was supposed to push Eddie off the ladder, so Eddie's up on the ladder and Vicky's not there, and Eddie's like, motherfucker, where's Vicky? What the fuck? Where's Vicky? Like, freaking out, and you could hear him, like, just cursing up a storm. When was that?
I think it was SummerSlam 2005.
Yeah, good stuff. Where's Vicky?
Well, the caller
Eddie was
mother
so
effer,
mad.
like, that's bad.
Well, he wasn't saying that about her. He was just saying it in general. Motherfucker, where's Vicky? Tremendous. I'm trying to find out here. Antoinette says she got the I'm Your Papi shirt. She's wearing a shirt that says I'm Your Papi.
It's good. It's great.
Tremendous. And Rob Clue says DiCaprio is a big environmentalist, so apparently that's the connection.
Oh.
Yeah, so Daniel Bryan's cool. I like Daniel Bryan. 2018 has been huge for him. Huge. And if you're a Daniel Bryan fan like I am, it's been really good. Really good.
So it's fair to say, I think Titus O'Neil, that was Botch of the Year.
That was pretty bad.
Well, I think it's just because people made such a big deal out of it, and commentating made such a big deal out of it, and you had to see so many replays. It seemed like it was a bigger deal than anything else in the match. Like, I think there were bigger botches this year, but the way they kind of put that over, it just seemed like it was the biggest thing, because they actually made an angle out of it.
How about Botch of the Year just going to Saudi Arabia in general? It's a botch by the company.
No, I think, honestly, like, a lot of the greatest moments this year happened in Saudi Arabia. Shawn Michaels came back and wrestled in Saudi Arabia. Hulk Hogan came back to WWE in Saudi Arabia. Rey Mysterio came back in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, he's back full time, though.
But he first made his comeback in Saudi Arabia, though.
Yeah.
A lot of big moments happened in Saudi Arabia. And this guy got in a huge argument with guys in Saudi Arabia. It was a great moment.
I didn't get into a huge argument. The guy just told me to go drink tea and mind my own business about Saudi Arabia and its policies.
International incident.
Yeah. That guy can bring it. Antoinette saying she wants t-shirts with our faces on them. Like Dave and Johnny live shirts. That's not a bad idea. Like a little face of me, a little face of Johnny. It says Dave and Johnny live underneath. Would you guys buy that? If we made that, we'd make that shirt. Should make that shirt.
I would think the Wrestling Uncensored shirt would be something more cool.
Let's make Dave and Johnny live shirts. Wrestling Uncensored shirt?
That sounds cooler, no?
What would be on that shirt? What would you guys like to see on a Wrestling Uncensored shirt? We're going to make shirts in 2019, okay? We got big plans. 2018, we told you we're going to do more content, and we have done more content. Okay? 2018, we've added a lot to the Ringside Report podcast family. Dave and Johnny Live started in 2018. What's Phantom in Japan? The New Japan podcast. That started in 2018. AJ joined the team in 2018.
A lot of big things happened.
A lot of things have happened in 2018, and we promised you more content. We've been doing more post shows, more shows after UFCs, more shows after the WWE pay-per-views. We're there after pretty much every WWE pay-per-view with you here on YouTube. So we promised you more content, and that was the mandate for 2018. In 2019, we're going to give you some shit to buy. All right? How about that?
That sounds good. Maybe cut down the swearing, though, for Zev, though.
No. Never. He needs to hear it. Lucrezia says she would buy a t-shirt, so there you go. Rob says he only wears shirts with his face on them, which is an odd choice. But I guess if I made shirts with my face on them, I'd also be doing that because I'd probably rock one. So I guess it's not that weird, Rob, even though it is kind of weird. Rob is like the strangest member of the Wrestling Uncensored universe. We communicate a lot with Rob on Twitter, and he's always like, he's a crazy guy. I love him. He's a great guy. Solid guy. We met him at Wrestling Uncensored episode 400. And we're going to see you again, Rob. Rob is tremendous. He's always like, he's a wild man.
Yeah, he's always trying to get your goat, that's it.
Yeah. He's always like poking the bear, that guy. Tremendous. You're a good man, Rob. He's a good man. Antoinette wants to design shirts. Rob says, oh, come on. Oh, he's a guy he's saying he doesn't want to buy one of our shirts. He only wears shirts with his face on. I mean, what's the deal there? Buy one of our shirts. Buy a shirt, put my face on it, all right? And enjoy that. Show it off to your friends. People will be like, who's that guy? And you'll have to explain who I am. It'll be a great couple of minutes in your life. So
that's why it's cool when other people wear your shirt. Like, if you wear your shirt, like, it's kind of self-explanatory, no? Like, and it just makes it seem like you're really egotistical.
Yeah.
So, ball's in your court, Rob.
Antoinette wants to know when Summerslam tickets go on sale. SummerSlam's going to be in August 2019 in Toronto. We're going.
Oh, I don't know if I'm going.
What do you mean you don't know if you're going?
You know, if you notice, I seem to wrestle almost all the time when there's a pay-per-view. And I'm the NWA British Commonwealth Champion, by the way.
Where's the belt?
I didn't bring the belt. It's a little slippery outside today. The belt, got to keep it safe. Don't want it to get wet or anything. Don't want to break it or anything. It's heavy, too. So I kept it safe, much like Zev. Everything's safe. So I'll bring it next time, I hope, if the weather is better. But yeah, I defend the championship pretty much almost every WWE pay-per-view. So it doesn't look good.
Well, I heard SummerSlam tickets went on sale in February, but I'm pretty sure I heard it from you, Antoinette, so I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I thought you told me February.
Don't these usually go out? Yeah, it's usually roughly around that time.
I'd say around then. And we'll get him. I'm going. Fred's going. AJ's going.
That's surprising. I thought he hated Toronto.
No, AJ's going. We're all going to Toronto. It's a Wrestling Uncensored fiesta in Toronto. Wally's going. Wally's going from Ireland, and you're not going to make the trip from Montreal to Toronto. I mean, come on.
I've talked to Wally, actually. I'm going to see Wally before that, so it's all good.
Yeah, but so will I, and then I'm also going to see him in Toronto in August. I talked to Wally, too.
All right.
Where's Wally?
Yeah.
Yeah, where's Wally at? Like, I'm seeing Antoinette on the show here. Rob is here. Rob's going to go to Toronto for SummerSlam.
Well, I mean, if you can go. But, you know, I have things I got to do. I'm sorry. I have a title defense, more than likely.
We're going to get chicken and waffles for Fred. Fred loves the chicken and waffles in Toronto. He won't shut up about it.
Really? Like,
oh, man, the chicken and waffles are so good. Oh, I love the chicken and waffles. He keeps talking about chicken and waffles in Toronto.
All right. Sure. Fine.
First time I busted out the Fred impression.
Chicken and waffles.
My friend Brian does a really good Fred impression. Anyways, Fred will be on with me tonight. I look forward to seeing Fred. And guess what? I've got big news for everybody here on YouTube, okay? Big news.
Really?
Fred will be on YouTube tomorrow night with me and AJ after the Jon Jones fight, after UFC 232, a live UFC 232 post-show with the whole Ringside Report crew.
That's crazy.
Fred, AJ, and me.
That's unprecedented.
Unprecedented. First time ever. A holiday special. The Ringside Report Christmas party.
You should do it all the time like that.
Well, you know, it's hard to get Fred out of the South Shore. But he's coming down to the city. They're all going to be here. We're going to play poker. We're going to watch fights.
No Red Dead?
No, we're watching fights. UFC 232. And then after the pay-per-view, I will be on YouTube. Fred will be here with me. And AJ will be here too.
That sounds like it's going to be a wild night.
Boom. Never seen before. A live UFC post-show with the whole Ringside Report crew.
I'm worried about Zev now. He's not going to get any sleep.
No, he'll get some sleep. We'll see. We'll figure it out.
Good luck.
We got plans, all right? Stop. Antoinette wants to come. Lucrezia says she's going to crash the party. Everybody wants to come to the Ringside Report Christmas party, but it's just for us, you know. We need to kick back and unwind and, you know, hang out and party. And we're going to party together. And then we're going to be on YouTube with all of you. You can party with us on YouTube, okay? You have your own party, and then we'll see you all on YouTube.
Well, last time you guys were all together, I mean, you and AJ anyways, it was very controversial because I think that was the McGregor fight. So...
Was it really? Wow, that long ago.
But yeah, I remember, like, you guys were on, like, later because, like, you guys were still reeling from what the heck happened. So I can only imagine what kind of craziness is going to happen after the Jon Jones fight, given all the craziness that's happened leading up just this week.
This fucking guy. Jon Jones. Like, I'm so mad at him. I'm so disgusted.
I thought you said he's, like, the best fighter, your favorite fighter. And all
well,
this.
he's the best I've ever seen, but is he on steroids? Has he always been on steroids? I don't know. It seems like maybe. The guy is, like... He's testing positive every time he fights now. Now he tests positive and they're like, well, it's such a small amount. There's no way he's doing anything wrong. We're gonna let him fight. Well, can he fight in the state of Nevada and Las Vegas like he was supposed to? No. They're not allowing him to fight in their state. So we're going to move the fight to California because they said it's cool. California's being cool, so we're going to go fight there instead. And we'll figure it out. You know, maybe Jones was cheating and we'll figure it out later. I don't know. We'll tell you later. Don't worry about it. Just buy the pay-per-view. Buy the pay-per-view. Don't worry about what Jon Jones is doing. That's what the UFC is telling us right now. And it's like, what happens when he wins? You know, like, how are we supposed to feel? It's supposed to be good about Jon Jones winning? And the problem is with Jon Jones, like, he's such a bad guy. He's just doing everything wrong. But nobody can beat him, you know? He's like this evil villain that's like so evil, and you just want somebody to conquer him and destroy him. At this point, that's what I want. I just want him destroyed. I want somebody to beat him up in the octagon so that we don't have to look at him as this unstoppable force who can't be beat, who's the greatest ever. Somebody needs to beat him and eliminate him from that conversation. So maybe it'll be Gustafsson. Probably not, you know? DC can't do it. I don't think DC will ever beat him. So, like, there's nobody you could really throw at Jon Jones that can beat him, which is annoying because he's such a, like... he's such a detriment now to the sport that you just kind of want him to go away. But he's so undeniably good that he can't go away. We're stuck with him. You know, we're stuck with this guy because nobody can beat him. And he's going to rub it in everybody's face that nobody can beat him. And the UFC's allowing this all to happen. And it's not good. It's not good. Well, I'm sad. I like Jon Jones. I used to like Jon Jones. But the more time goes by and the more these things happen, it's just like, man, it's too much. The more I hear, too, I've heard stories about Jon Jones in his personal life, stories that people don't know, like stories that aren't in the media, and it's just like, dude, the guy's a mess. He's a mess.
Well, in his defense, I know a wrestler. Remember Darko? I teamed with him last year. You saw me team with him. Like, he had a steroid in his system for over a year, and he couldn't get a tryout with WWE because of that. So it is possible for steroids to be in your system for over a year.
Sure, but you have to take them to begin with, don't you?
But that's it. He already failed that test before. So it's possible it's been there that long.
Well, what they're claiming is he never took it. They don't know how it got in his system. It was such a small amount the first time. They're claiming it was such a small amount the first time that there's no way he was cheating.
All right.
And that this time it's in his system as a residual from the last time. Even though he's tested negative for it several other times, the week of the fight here, or whenever he was tested, maybe last week, he tests positive again.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, well, it's just a residual thing. Why did he test negative in the other tests and positive here? They don't know. They think maybe it's because you test for it when you're cutting weight. Like your body will excrete whatever. You know, I'm not a scientist, man. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But like, when you're normal, that residue that's in your system, it won't register.
Okay.
But when you're cutting weight, it will.
Right, okay. Because your body's active, that's it. Yeah.
That's it. It's doing something. So you'll test for it, right? Mm-hmm. And they're saying it's residual from the last time when he wasn't even cheating.
Okay.
That's what the UFC is saying.
All right.
That's what Jeff Nowitzki, the USADA UFC guy, is saying. But a lot of people are saying, no, that is BS.
Well, they're wasting $6 million to move this show, so they better be right about this.
They're losing money from what they're saying. But had they had to cancel the fight, they probably would have lost more money from the pay-per-views. They're saying, well, we're losing money on the gate, we're losing tons of money. If this was a financial thing, we wouldn't do it because we're losing money. Yeah, but if you did keep it in Vegas and not, have to spend all the money for moving the fight, Jon Jones wouldn't be on the card, no one would buy the pay-per-view, and you'd lose money there. Well, so the gamble here is...
There's still Cyborg fighting.
Jon Jones is the draw. I mean, Cyborg definitely adds to it. Cyborg and Nunez, tremendous fight.
It's amazing, yeah.
But Jon Jones is the draw, right? So,
okay.
I think the gamble is they move it to LA so that they can still sell it on pay-per-view. And they will. And I think people will buy it.
Well, I think it's also because they want Jones to fight again, right? They want him to fight Cormier, and this gets it out of the way sooner. So that's why they need the fight to happen sooner than later. Because Cormier apparently is almost done fighting, so they need this fight to happen. This particular fight.
That's right.
So this sells not only this pay-per-view, it's the next pay-per-views too.
You don't think Brock's going to fight DC? Is Brock not coming to the UFC?
Well, he might fight him, but who knows if he's going to fight him next? Who knows what's going to happen, right? Because if he actually does fail the drug test too again, Well, he's done, right? So you have to go with Brock. But they want to at least have that option. See what happens. I mean, he's still got to beat Alex, right? I mean, there's no, like, set that it's going to happen for sure. He hasn't fought in how long?
Like a year and a half.
And the last one was Cormier, right?
Yeah. It looked tremendous.
He did.
It looked tremendous. He's so good. That's the other thing. That's the thing that sways me back in the John Jones camp, is that as soon as the octagon door shuts and he's in there, it's amazing. He's so good at fighting. Like, you see him, you're like, oh my God, how is this guy doing all of it? Like, he's so good. So when he fights, when he's performing, everything else goes away.
Right.
Because it's such an awesome performance. It's so incredible what he does in the cage that you kind of forget for a minute about all the other garbage. And you want to believe that he's not cheating, that it's all a big misunderstanding. But it smells so fishy. But man, when he's in the cage, it's ridiculous. He's so good.
When I find great champions in the rematch, they're even better than they were in the first fight. You look at George, like all his rematch fights, like maybe he didn't finish it in the first one, but in the second one, he more than likely finished it. Or like with Koscheck, he didn't finish Koscheck, but he definitely like made it look like he should have lost that fight or been knocked out.
Yeah, I think Jones is going to beat Gustafsson quite badly.
I don't know about broken orbital bone bad, but...
But I think it's going to be, like, not as close as the last fight. The last fight was very close between those two.
Right.
I think this one's going to be further apart. I think Jones is going to be more dominant here, and it's going to be more obvious that Jones is the winner at the end of the fight. I don't know if he'll finish Gustafsson, but I think if it is a decision, it'll be more clear in Jones's favor. I think he won the last fight, but it was close.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this is going to be that close. I could be wrong.
Well, have fun, boys. Have fun.
It'll be a good one. Antoinette saying more attention needs to be given to Cyborg. She's hoping that Cyborg wins. It's a tremendous fight. Cyborg and Amanda Nunez. Rob saying it's probably the greatest women's fight of all time. I agree. I think it is. This is the greatest women's fight we've ever seen. It's Amanda Nunez, who's probably the best 135-pound champion the UFC has ever had. You know, Ronda Rousey was great in her time, but Amanda Nunez is a better fighter. We know this. And she is a very solid champion. And, of course, Cyborg is the greatest women's fighter of all time. And I think Amanda Nunez will be her toughest test. This could go either way. People saying Cyborg is going to win for sure. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. Amanda Nunez is a good wrestler. What's Cyborg look like off her back? Can Cyborg defend the takedown? If she is taken down, how does she react? Can Amanda keep her down? What's Cyborg's guard like? We haven't seen Cyborg really pressured in that kind of way in a grappling-based fight. And I think Amanda Nunez could put that pressure on Cyborg and make it interesting. Standing up, she has no chance. Standing up, Amanda Nunez, I think, gets smashed by Cyborg. Unless she lands a big power shot, which she could do.
Okay.
But I think Cyborg is the better striker. It's a good fight. It's a really good fight. I could see Nunez winning. Like, I have a feeling that Nunez is going to win. Cyborg can't win forever, you know? She's been so dominant for so long. At a certain point, the champion's got to fall, but she's taken so little damage. Oh, it's tough. It's a tough fight. I'm more convinced that Jones is going to beat Gustafsson than Cyborg is going to beat Amanda Nunez. I'm not sure about that one. A lot of people are giving Nunez very little chance in that fight because, Cyborg, but don't sleep on Amanda Nunez. That's a killer fight, man. I can't wait.
I think the problem is a lot of people move up to fight Cyborg, where Cyborg doesn't really change her weight.
Yeah.
So that's the hard part. Like, they're already at a disadvantage because of that.
Yeah, the size will be a problem for Amanda for sure.
Not like she's not invincible. I mean, she has been taken down, I think, before. Wasn't she taken down in her last fight? Like some sort of leg bar or whatever? Like, I felt like she's been taken down before. It doesn't last long because she's so goddamn strong.
Yeah. But she's not facing anybody as good as Amanda Nunez.
That's true.
She's just not. The Holly Holm fight was the toughest fight she had. Mm-hmm. And it was close. And it showed that Cyborg's human.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if Amanda Nunez beats her. I wouldn't be surprised. How about a little 90 Day Fiancé? Rob wants to talk about NXT call-ups, but I think we talked about NXT call-ups on our last episode of Wrestling Uncensored. So go back and listen to the last episode of Wrestling Uncensored. We went in depth on the NXT call-ups and why they're not the top guys from NXT coming up, you know? Why it's not Shayna Baszler, Johnny Gargano, Aleister Black, Velveteen Dream, Tommaso Ciampa, Io Shirai. Why is it not them? Why is it the ones that we're seeing? The, natural disasters.
Heavy Machinery.
Lady Liberty. What's her name?
Lancia Everett.
Whatever.
Evans.
Nikki Cross is awesome. I'm happy she's up on the main roster, but I thought she was already.
Ethan Carter III.
EC3 is like alright, but I don't think he'll be a big time player.
Could be a great partner for Lashley.
Could be a great partner for Bobby Roode. Just replace
Gable.
Yeah, I
Come
guess.
on, it's not a good partner, actually. What are we talking about?
EC3 with Lashley, I don't like. I don't know what you even do with EC3. Maybe have him feud with Dolph Ziggler. Or be Dolph Ziggler's tag team partner.
Yeah.
Or maybe he can resume his feud with Fandango when Fandango comes back. That's old school NXT for those younger viewers.
That's Derek Bateman stuff.
Derek Bateman and Johnny Curtis. Old school. That's the NXT I love. That's the NXT I grew up with, brother.
Who's the girl they're feuding with?
Maxine.
Maxine, okay.
Yeah. That was great. Great stuff. Rob Cluse thinks Lacey Evans has a lot of potential.
Yeah,
I don't know much about her. I'm a Nikki Cross fan. I think Nikki Cross is tremendous. She's going to fit in very well. She's an awesome wrestler. Awesome. I still remember that, I think it was a TLC match which she had with Asuka in NXT. That was amazing. I think it was the best match of 2017.
I think it was a street fight, but yeah, it was a very good match. I feel Mandy Rose is going to be the next breakout star for the women's division. Just because of how she looks.
God's greatest creation? Is that what Corey Graves calls her? Yeah. Rob Clue says Maxine is Katrina on Lucha Underground. Oh, I didn't know that. Didn't know she was still in the business.
Wow.
Antoinette wants to see Nikki Cross versus Ronda Rousey. That'd be pretty nice.
One day. Why not?
Yeah. Rob says it was a last woman standing. It was a last woman standing.
You're right, yeah.
Correct. All right, we're going to do more pro wrestling stuff tomorrow on Wrestling Uncensored. But for now, 90 Day Fiancé?
Yep, I just want to say, I was right all along. I knew it. I was right.
That Jay was going to cheat on Ashley?
Of course.
Oh, that was obvious. I think we all knew that, right?
Yeah, but I think you wanted Jay to be the nice guy, and,
I thought it was possible.
But no. He's not a nice guy.
He didn't seem like a nice guy. So Jay and Ashley. Jay is 20 from Jamaica. Ashley's like 31 from Pennsylvania. They got married in Las Vegas. They were getting all sorts of racial threats and threats of gun violence on their wedding website. So they canceled their big wedding in Pennsylvania, which makes you wonder what's going on in Pennsylvania. And they went to Las Vegas and eloped. They were married by an Elvis impersonator, as you do in Las Vegas.
It was fun.
Jay wasn't sure about getting married. He said, only people that are 50 years old are ever certain about walking down the aisle. To which I said, no, I don't think so, Jay. I don't think only 50-year-olds are sure about getting married, but he's 20, so what does he know? So he got married to Ashley in Vegas, and Ashley was sad that none of her friends and family was there. And then Ashley, a few days later, about a week later, finds messages on Jay's phone. Somebody's FaceTiming Jay, and she texts the woman back and says, "Why are you messaging my husband?" And the woman says, "Oh, you mean this guy Jay from Jamaica?" He says, I met him on Tinder.
Well, no, he said that, like, oh, it's just for a tattoo.
Yeah, he was saying it's just for a tattoo, but this lady that Ashley reached out to said, no, I met him on Tinder. This guy's on Tinder. He's looking to hook up with ladies, and he created this Tinder profile the day after they got married.
Unbelievable. But that's scum for you, and he's scum.
Yeah, and like really stupid too. Did he think he was not going to get caught? Who makes a Tinder profile when you're married? Like obviously, like a lot of people are on Tinder, right? Like people are going to see you there, no? Isn't that how it works? Like I'm not on Tinder because, I'm not a single guy. So I don't know. Johnny's not on Tinder because I'm not really sure why he's not on Tinder. He's a single guy. I think he should be, but he's not. But from what I understand, like your picture is on the thing, right? Like it's just based on your picture and your face and your name type of thing.
But it's on your phone, right? So unless you have Tinder, you wouldn't know, right? So
no, but I mean like somebody else that has Tinder would see you there, right? Okay. And be like, what's this guy doing there? I thought he was married.
But clearly he didn't think his wife would have it or her friends. Well, I'm guessing that's what he thought anyway.
Yeah, well, he's really stupid. I don't know. I would assume that you would get caught very easily on a thing like that. Anyways, he did. Right?
He did, yeah. So
he's a moron, this guy.
Thing is, like,
he says he's not leaving the house. He says she's gonna have to call the police to get me to leave. So I hope the next scene is Ashley calling the police to get him to leave. Like, if she wants him out, she doesn't want to be with him anymore. She has the right to kick him out of the house. No.
Well, now
but she messy. Is. But it's worse because she like sponsored his visa or whatever in the United States, so she is responsible for him for the next 10 years.
Well, they can just revoke the visa.
I guess. I don't know what she's going to do, but not good. Not good for Ashley. She doesn't seem too happy about it.
Well, the first thing is get divorced. That's the first thing, and separate yourself as much as possible. And do what you can to get the visa revoked. That's what you got to do. And don't let yourself get suckered in like this again. It sucks. It happened. But that's what you got to do.
Yeah, it seemed like it was going to happen, though, right? It seemed pretty obvious.
Well, she was vulnerable, and she let herself get suckered by a sucker.
Yeah. Yeah, good job, Ashley. So that seems over and done with, which was a pretty big revelation on the show this week. I think that was the biggest revelation. Anything else really happened? Olga and Steven. Olga and Steven. I like that Steven isn't going to steal baby Richie away and bring him to America. He decided to allow the baby to stay in Russia with his mother, which is good. But he did reveal that he didn't actually apply to get Olga a visa to go to the States until he got to Russia. He could have applied for months before, and she could have been ready to go to the States by now with the child, and everything would have been good as it should be. But he waited too long because he wasn't sure he wanted to bring Olga to the States. He wanted to spend more time with her. Her carrying your child wasn't enough to convince you that she should probably live in the same country with your son. Which is an odd choice.
Well, he didn't want to get strapped down as much as I think
he's got a kid with her. It's too late.
Well, as much
You're tied down, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, but he's going to leave, though, so he's not going to get tied down. I think he wants to have his kid, but I think in the end he realizes, well, if I can't have the kid, oh well, I'm not completely stuck. I think that's how he is. Again, somewhat of a scumbag, but there's a lot of these scumbags on this show.
Yeah, well, So maybe he's one of the lesser scumbags at this point, even though I'm not too happy with him. He did propose to Olga. Olga seemed genuinely happy. They seemed like they did like each other, and she said yes, so they are engaged to be married, and Antoinette is saying that the visa is approved now. Steven posted that, I guess, on his Instagram or whatever, so...
Okay.
Things seem to be doing well. Eric and Lita, still terrible people. Eric has dinner with his daughters. They're not happy with him or Lita.
Well, aren't you surprised? I'm not surprised.
They don't want to go to the wedding. Eric's trying to convince them, and they're, like, not having it.
He's an idiot. Like...
Yeah, he's a complete moron. He's the worst guy ever. Lita is the worst person ever. Lita has no friends, so she vents to the makeup lady. She goes to talk to somebody doing her makeup, and she talks to her because no one wants to talk to Lita or hear her stupid problems. Lita and Eric talk about having the daughter, Tasha, at the wedding. Eric wants her there. Eric wants his daughter at the wedding, and Lita doesn't really. And she keeps threatening to go back to Indonesia. That's always her threat. Like, oh, I'll just go back. I'll just go back. And she keeps saying, oh, I'm giving up everything to be with you. I'm giving up so much. I used to be rich and now I'm poor because I'm with you. And really making Eric feel bad and trying to get things out of Eric. She's playing him very, very well. He is a dope and she is just maneuvering him. He's putty in her hands and she's like evil and he is stupid. And she is just ruining this guy's life. And he's allowing it to happen and embracing it because he's a lonely, pathetic loser. He is a loser of a man. He is just dirt. He is scum. He is a piece of trash. He's the worst guy. And Lita is making a total mess of his life. And she's no prize. There's nothing there, Eric. What the hell is the matter with you? You are such a loser, man. He's pathetic. He's a pathetic, pathetic man.
He's blind.
One of the most pathetic examples of a human we've ever seen on this show. He is vile.
I think the most telling part is that he said, like, well, you know, I've been doing a lot of things for my daughter, but now I have to do things for myself. And this is what I want to do for myself, and I'm going to do it. It doesn't matter what they think. And you just pretty much got what he thought. You know, and it's all about him.
Lita thanks Eric for choosing her over his own daughters. She thinks that's a good thing. That's something he should be doing. Choosing this new, stupid wife instead of your own children. Good job, Eric and Lita. You're terrible people.
They're definitely the worst couple.
They're the worst. I hate them so much. Fernanda and Jonathan, nothing really happened there.
They got back together, which is great.
She apologized for, stressing out, and they got back together. Kalani and Asuelu, what do you care? Who cares?
No, it was good. I was worried for a second. I think they're going to break up, but, they got back on track.
You were worried?
Yeah.
I want to see them break up. I want to see them all break up. It's more entertaining when they break up. It's more fun. Why do we like Darcy and Jesse? Because they're always breaking up.
Well, and because it seemed like it was just a car wreck all the time. But it was fun to watch.
Yeah. Kalani doesn't want to tell her family that she's pregnant. She
like this.
gets her nails done with her sister and her mom, and her sister keeps talking about drinking because they're going to the bachelorette party, and Kalani's like, no, I don't want to drink. And then, of course, they have the bachelorette party, and Kalani tells Kalini, that's right, the sisters are named Kalani and Kalini.
I think they just call her Leanie, don't they?
Yeah, whatever. So Kalani tells her sister that she's pregnant, and Kalini is very upset. She's crying, she's just distraught for some reason.
Her life's over, pretty much.
It's not her kid. I don't know why she's so mad. It was weird.
Well, she feels that Suelu is using her. Just giving her a bunch of kids and now forcing her to get married. That's how she feels about the situation.
Yeah, well, he's not. He's a good man. I like Asuelu. Kalini needs to chill out.
Her dad still doesn't know yet, though.
Yeah, the dad is going to be mad. Looks like a wrestler, that guy.
Yep.
Doesn't he look like he was the Barbarian?
What's crazy is that, like, Asuelu's a pretty big guy, but the dad's even bigger.
The dad is huge.
Yeah, so it's crazy.
The dad looks like a big old Samoan wrestler. Tremendous looking guy. Looks great. He's got like a cool beard going,
Yeah, you can even say how cool almost even.
Yeah, he looks cool. That's why I want him and Asuelu to get along, because I like him. I want to see more of him, but everybody seems deathly afraid of him. Which, he looks like a scary guy, too. And Colt and Larissa, of course. Colt and Mother Debbie make nice. They get their nails done. They apologize, and somehow they make up. But as we saw on the next week on 90 Day Fiancé, that peace does not seem to last long.
Well, because there was an incident with Larissa, right? Some sort of police incident or something.
So the police are going to get involved next week on the show, which is always fun. That's what I like.
She has a temper, and, things happen.
Oh, Colty and Larissa. Yeah. They're both kind of not great. I don't think they're going to last. That's my bet. They don't last a long, healthy marriage. I think they are married, but it can't be going well. I think Larissa posted a picture of Colt's penis on the internet, and it was tiny. But then she said it wasn't Colt's penis. She just Googled a picture of a small penis, and then she posted that and said, "This is Colt's penis." Just to mess with Colt for some reason. Sounds like a healthy marriage.
Yeah, well, everyone has problems, right? So you deal with them or they kill you. That's pretty much how it works.
And apparently Colt is like trying to get with other women too.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Colty.
He doesn't seem like that good of a person either.
Who's after him though? Like, have you seen him?
Yeah, but I think he has money. And that's all he
Really?
knows.
Does he though? He's driving a car in Las Vegas with no air conditioning. Does he have money?
No, I think he's cheap, but
that's really cheap. No AC? Yeah.
He's also kind of famous, right? He's on TV, so.
Yeah, now. I don't know. He's not so good. All right. We're wrapping up Dave and Johnny Live. Wrestling Uncensored tomorrow night. We'll be back talking wrestling. I'll be back tonight with Fred and AJ for Ringside Report Radio. We'll be on after the Habs postgame show around 11:30 on TSN 690. We'll preview UFC 232. We'll give you our pick for Fighter of the Year. And then tomorrow after UFC 232, Fred, AJ, and me back here on YouTube doing the UFC 232 post show. Unprecedented, the whole crew together for a UFC 232 YouTube post show. And what else do we have going on? Is that it?
Well, just Wrestling Uncensored.
Wrestling Uncensored.
Year-end review of that.
That's right. That's right. And Antoinette wants to call in tonight. Call in tonight to the show. Give us a call.
When they're on.
Yeah, when we're on, call in and we'll have you on the air.
After the hockey game.
For Ringside Report Radio. We'll be live on TSN 690 tonight. That's it. Thanks everybody for checking in. Luke, Antoinette, Rob, Wally, even though he wasn't there, Franco, Dor, man, so many people.
Your dad?
Was he there? Not Cody's pay-per-view. I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, he was there.
He was there for a moment. So I guess, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for checking in on Dave and Johnny Live. And, that's it.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. What?